Yeah. We ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. With my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. With my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, glowing up, but we still trapped. That's how a nigga survives. Flowing out, got the crowd packed. Yeah, that's how a nigga provides. Y'all insta this, y'all snap that, y'all diss this, and they snap back. Another mass shooting in the headlines. I'm like, damn, where that attack at? Cause y'all think this about race. They font that shit in your face. It's like every day it's the same agenda. It's really not that hard to trace. Fuck it, we might as well face it. Accept it, whatever it's wrapped in. There'll come a day when they run out of grace. So me and my niggas stay trapping. Yeah, ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Hey, somewhat be too who I wanted to be and then what I became. Ended up going my own way, but I couldn't stay in my lane. Now if I'm honest, I've taken a liking to wearing these chains. They hold me down, make it easier when I start feeling the pain. Out of the overflow, your heart, they say your mouth speaks. Well, my heart must be fucked up, cause I can't speak and I can't sleep. So I stay woke in this daydream. Got shit to do, got the world to see. Got the same crew, got some new fleets. This an empire, fuck a boutique, that's real. I only say what I feel, got a new plate with the same meal. On a new hype with the same chill. Y'all too fake, I stay real. Got cast down from heaven, but I'm too good to stay in hell. I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like, oh well, oh well. Yeah, I keep writing like, oh well, oh well. Yeah. Hey, I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like, oh well, oh well. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah.
Shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 14 hundo and 11 of the Daily Mother, a Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gaincast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What is going on, beaches, booshes, bustas, hustlers, and yo hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swole. Oh, how are we doing, fam? What is the good word? How are you? Hello. Is it me you're looking for? What's up, beaches? How are we doing? How are we doing today, fam? How are we surviving? How is what's the good word? Let me just close some of these windows. Some of these things were open last minute for no reason. Closing windows. And today, of course, because number one thing that's important this time with everything that's going on is the SwoleFam, is the community. Hashtag SwoleFam. Hashtag SwoleFam again, because the SwoleFam is the most important thing that we have right now. Of course, Swolenormous X is awesome, but what is Swolenormous X without the SwoleFam? What is it? What is it if not for the SwoleFam? So SwoleFam, I salute you. SwoleFam, I salute you. Faith Smith, my gym is closed. Your gym is closed? Oh no. How many of you have gyms closed? How many of you have gyms closed? Gyms are closing. How many of you have gyms that are closing today? Or gyms that closed already? Jeez. Oh boy. Gym is still open on post for now. Only 500 cases here so far in the whole of Oz. and that's Australia, I assume. The whole of Alls. Um, well, I think the real issue that's happening now is, well, first off, I have no fucking idea. I don't know if anyone knows really what's going on. I feel that it's starting to get a little bit sketchy. It's getting a little bit sketchy. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm going to be talking about a little bit this because obviously all my YouTube videos are going to be revolving around, what's going on, my thoughts, and of course, people in the comments and things like that, and what you can do to stay focused, the importance of meditation, the importance of sleep. I mean, that's going to be reps after reps after reps for the type of content that I'll be putting on the YouTube channel, but also here. Also, here, this is going to be a main topic that we're going to be talking about all the time. But I feel like because of the extreme, like what you have to do from a scientific standpoint, this is correct. Seriously, from a scientific standpoint, from a viral standpoint, from a mitigation standpoint, from a containment standpoint, like this is what has to happen. You have to shut down the ability for a virus such as this to transfer. That's without question. That's a no-brainer. I don't think anyone's arguing that these decisions are rational in the sense that they are what needs to happen to slow the virus. My concern is that the virus is nowhere near the severity, that would warrant this. However, we all have to remember how unhealthy people are. We have to remember that there are ways that the virus can mutate. There's a lot of feedback that shows that there's multiple strains of this and some are more severe. And the less cases that exist, the less severe cases that will exist. Like what people don't understand is you have to look at it from both sides. You have to look at it from both sides. And the reason why we're still talking about this, the reason why I'm going to continue talking about this is because this is literally survival of the fittest. This is what a virus is. This is what a virus does. It's survival of the fittest. And it's never too much to talk about. So for those of you that are thinking, oh, Papa Swole, you're talking about this every day. Fuck you. This is what's going on. This just shows how important it is to have many more things in your life organized around health than just, do I have abs? Do you have abs? Who gives a fuck if you have abs? Coronavirus, Ebola, it doesn't matter what it is. They don't care if you have abs or not. They don't care if you have abs. That's not what viruses give a shit about. They don't think. It's just cause and effect. This is what viruses do. If you have a lot of people in one area, it's going to spread very fast. If it spreads very fast, it's going to get a lot worse because there's going to be less things for people in order to get them healthy. There'll be less IVs, less ventilators, and there's a lot of unhealthy and there's a lot of old people in this world. It's survival of the fittest. This defines what Swolenormous is about. Now, of course, I mean, it's what are you going to do? 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 You have to adapt. So what I did was adapt. I adapted. You might see some stuff behind me. I got a bunch of stuff. I mean, the whole room has shifted because what I'm going to be doing now is training at home and doing a ton of demos and a ton of Swollen 7 content. A lot of shit is coming out in X. I'm super excited. I know there's a lot of stress. I know there's a lot of downside to this. I know a lot of people are worried. I know a lot of people are losing their shit. But nothing's stopping with us. I mean, Swolenormous X, if anything, we're ramping up production and we're doing a lot more content that you all are going to fucking enjoy. So I'm adapting. What I did last week was I saw this coming. Okay? I've educated myself in enough history over the course of my lifetime to know this is how this is how snowballs grow. No matter what it is, whether there's ulterior motives, whether it's a conspiracy, you can say whatever the fuck you want. There are going to be many, many repercussions that go far beyond getting the sniffles. And for some people, it's very severe. If you have elderly people in your life, if you are around older people, if you're around people with health risks, this is a problem. This is why it's a big deal, because even if you're healthy, you might have an overweight parent. Your husband or wife or child might be unhealthy. So if you get it, they are likely to get it. And that's a huge problem because you obviously care about those in your circle. So if you care about those in your circle, you need to take the appropriate measures. You need to take the appropriate measures. You need to have the appropriate response. So because the focus, exactly, Elizabeth, thank you. Elizabeth Gillis says, I love that your focus is on health. Too many fitness channels focus on being slim and sexy and not being fit and healthy. Well, there's a lot of stuff that I don't know as well. And there are a lot of things that we don't address enough because it gets a little bit more into the woo woo. It gets a little bit more into the fancy when you start talking about EMFs, when you start talking about neurotoxins and soaps and shampoos. It starts getting a little bit more fringe. And I'm not an expert, but we know that our environment shapes us, what environment we put ourselves in. If we put ourselves in an environment where our body is under physical stress, it's going to adapt the best it can. If we do stress in certain manners, we're going to build muscle, we're going to build bone density. If we meditate, we put ourselves in an environment where we're focusing only on one thing, where we learn how to manage all the uncontrollable thoughts that come into our space. We're able to manage our moment to moment better. We're able to forget about the things that don't matter so much and focus on the present and what we're doing. Like there's a lot of different aspects to health. And it's not about calories in, calories out. It's not about having abs or biceps. It's not even about weight loss or weight gain. It goes far beyond that. And the problem is too many people talk about calorie deficits. I'm so fucking tired of hearing about calorie deficits. If you don't know that 5 minus 4 equals 1, go back to fucking school. Go back to pre-K and learn how to fucking count. Learn how to play those games in the doctor's office where you put the square peg in the square fucking hole. All right? If you're that stupid, no, if I eat enough, if you eat less than you need to, you're going to lose some fucking weight. But the problem is if it's unhealthy, you're going to still be fucking unhealthy. You're still going to have nutrient deficiencies and you're going to be even more sick. Okay? It's not going to help the majority of people because they're addicted for other reasons. It's the psychological approach. It's the social approach. It's not having community. It's not having the proper information. It's not eating quality foods. It's not basic fucking math. It's being around people that are actually going to help you stay consistent with these lifestyle changes because a lot of you are surrounding yourselves with fucking jabronis. If anything that this situation should show you is that you're probably surrounding yourself with a lot of fucking idiots, a lot of stupid fucking people. You probably are. You probably are. This is how it works. You're probably surrounding yourself with a lot of shitty people, and you're going to notice how many shitty people you surround yourself with. You're going to notice now, fam, because you're around them a lot. You see those fuckers? You see those fuckers in the store? Come on, you know what I'm talking about. You see those fuckers in the store buying up all the toilet paper? Those people that think that toilet paper is going to stop them from getting the fucking plague. Oh, are they going to put it over their noses and make a mask? Sure, that's going to work. People don't understand how small viruses are. How small. All you need is, you can't even see the amount of space that a virus needs to get through. Yeah, you're going to cover your face with a fucking, with some toilet paper or a mask. Yeah, a surgical mask is going to keep you from getting a fucking virus. Jesus Christ. Get the fuck out of here. How stupid are people? You wear a mask to prevent someone else getting sick because you're breathing and because you're fucking sneezing and coughing. It blocks other people from getting hit in the face with your virus. Literally, respiratory droplets. It's protecting people from getting smashed in the face by your fire hose of a coughing sick fuck. That's why you don't go to the gym. Like, this is no different. This is more serious, of course. However, this is no different than not going to the goddamn gym when you're sick. Okay? 5 months ago, if you asked me on Instagram story, you say, hey, Papa Swole, I'm not feeling that good today. I feel a little sick. I think I have the flu. Should I still go to the gym and work out? No, you fucking idiot. You shouldn't do it 5 months ago. You shouldn't do it now, and you shouldn't do it in 5 years. You just shouldn't be out in public. You shouldn't be around a lot of people. Oh my God, school's canceled. Oh my God. Yeah, if you're sick, you shouldn't go to school. And if a lot of people in school are getting sick, you shouldn't be there. You shouldn't be in a contained area where people are just hacking on each other and kissing each other and touching everything and hugging each other. It's just common sense. That's why we're blocking a lot of stuff. What everyone hopes to happen, what the experts hope to happen, is that we limit the amount of social interaction right now really hard, really fucking hard. And then all of a sudden that bell curve comes down and flattens out. The problem is this is still going to be a problem in the winter. This is not going anywhere. They're not going to have a vaccine. The problem is this is going to happen again. It's going to lead right through the election. And then all of a sudden it's going to hit in October, November when flu season starts again. This is going to come back. But if we mitigate it now, it's going to come back at a lower curve again because people are going to understand how this works. This is not over. This is going to take another year or so. And a lot of people don't understand that, but that's what they're starting to realize with the panic. But they're panicking for the wrong fucking reasons. We need industry open. We need Amazon to stay open. We need we need Whole Foods and Publix and all the stores, whether it's Kroger's or HEB or whatever the fuck. I mean, I'm just seeing in the news. I'm trying to think of all the places and all the supermarkets in all your areas. But we need these things to stay open, even if it's drive-through, even if it's delivery. Like we need this to stay open. And just so you know, people are going to stop raiding the supermarkets. They will. They'll have to because one, if they raid it once, they don't have to go and raid it again. If they go and there's nothing on the shelves, they're going to stop going and expecting stuff. And then eventually people are going to get hungry again and we're going to find some kind of new normal. We will. It'll happen again. This happened with the, and I'm, just anecdotally, but I remember my mother telling me because she lived in New York City and that New York City, oh, this is really large. That's what she said. Haha. She lived in New York City and when they had the gas crisis within the 70s or 80s, that people with, let's say, odd license plates would go and get gas on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and people with even number license plates would go on Mondays and Wednesdays and stuff like that. So it would be something like that because if you were in certain areas, you'll get delivered on Monday. And if you're in this area, you'll get deliveries on a Tuesday. That's how they'll have to do it and organize and strategize that on the back end because they're going to be limited with how many drivers there are. And what's going to happen is a lot of people or what I'm expecting to happen, it makes sense that a lot of people that are out of work now will get back into work when it starts becoming more delivery and remote oriented. So the industry will recover, but there's going to be a really sharp transition with people being out of work and then getting new work and wanting to go outside and wanting to deliver packages and wanting to do that kind of stuff. But a lot of jobs can be replaced easily with focusing more on delivery services. Because the last thing that we need is big companies like Amazon. Amazon has amazing infrastructure. Amazon, FedEx, UPS, all have to, they all have to function. They all have to function. Anna Victoria, how many of you meditated today? Did brain gains this morning, then the new Swole got total body 3 and walked for an hour and a half. Virus ain't stopping me from taking care of myself. People are giving into fear far too easily. I mean, I agree. I agree that you shouldn't be panicking. And that's why I've been saying in my videos, you shouldn't be panicking. Don't freak out. Don't lose your goddamn mind. But preparation is something that you should always be. You should always be prepared. And a lot of people are freaking out because they realize how vulnerable and how unprepared they are. Most people are unprepared. Fact of the matter, most people are unprepared. Most people aren't ready. Most people didn't realize what was going to happen. That's what I read too. Amazon looking to hire 100,000 people or more. Yeah, but then a lot of people are going to be afraid. You have an Amazon delivery driver delivering packages. Is there coronavirus on your package? And there could be. Wipe it off. Wipe it off or open it up, leave the box outside, and then wash your hands. I mean, there are ways to get around it that are very reasonable. However, it's very easy to get out of control and then all of a sudden be washing your hands after you scratch your cheek or something. I read somewhere, hey, if you want to be really clean and beards are a cesspool for germs, I wash my beard, I take a shower. I'm not shaving my fucking beard because of the flu. I'm not shaving my fucking beard because of the flu. Sorry. And when I say the flu, I'm not downplaying the coronavirus, but it is pretty much, it's a super strong flu. It's a good way to think of it. It's what it is. So let's treat it with the respect it deserves, but at the same time, if there was like a 50% mortality rate, I'd have a clean face in 2 seconds. I think we all would. We would all, but that's where the panic would be justified. This is a little bit overkill. I don't think the closing of the stores is overkill. I think the panic, and of course the fucking toilet paper shit is, I don't think anyone really knows what the fuck is going on with that. I think it's just herd mentality. When you know that a ton of people are raiding toilet paper, you think, oh shit, I need toilet paper. So then you rush to the toilet paper. You just follow, mob mentality type shit. I do not. I do not think it's being. I do not. I am, and just for the record, I'm not downplaying this at all. I'm prepared. I got all. I mean, I ordered a fucking gym practically to make sure that I'm gonna still be doing the stuff that I need and to produce content for all of you because I went to the gym. I never focus on training at home, but I'm gonna have a lot of content for those of you that are Swolenormous X members. Tons of shit. Tons of shit. No, you're not. Don't shave your fucking beard. You can do whatever the fuck you want. It's your beard. I'm not doing it. I ain't doing that shit. Fuck that. What'd you guys train today? What'd you guys do? Truckers are driving 1,000 miles a day trying to get things restocked. You can't. You can't. Even if you stock the shelves, they're going to be out. And there's no shortage of toilet paper in the country, everyone. But there's a shortage when they put it on the shelf. Like they put it on the shelf and then it flies off. I don't know who's wiping their ass that much. If you need that much toilet paper, you need to eat healthier. You're shitting way too much. You got to down the fiber a little bit. Yolanda, man comes down coronavirus because he refused. This is the with the whole beard explosion a couple years ago. This is nature's way of balancing out the beards. Oh my God, we have too many handsome men with beards. We need to make sure that they contract the coronavirus. It's planned. It's planned by people that hate beards. They don't accept beards. They're not into beard acceptance. Courtney, I did brain gains this morning. Going to do yoga after the cast and power walked through the grocery store to stock up for the end of the world. Hey, hey, hey. Jesus Christ, the end of the fucking world. I don't think so. I don't think so, but I don't quite think so. Let's see. Topher McCain. So COVID-19 has been around dogs for years. The military has given their dogs vaccines whenever they deploy them. In case anyone is unsure, COVID-19 is a pneumonia flu. It's bad. Well, but obviously it's not. It's new for humans. This is nothing that's like, hey, we don't know. It's just the first time it's been picked up by humans. Swolga for the 90 double D beaches. Yay. My absolute favorite ever. Nice. You know what? This is what I should ask. How many of you have? How many of you did the new Swolga level 3? My new class. How many of you done that one? Swolga total body 3. How many of you have done the new Swolga? This is a new one. Will about to get onto Scorched Earth Upper Smoke in the next few minutes. What I can do at home. Very nice. There you go. Ironically, having the beard made you stronger and took out the virus and made you recover faster. Preach. Mike G locked me out of my gym for 30 days, drove an hour to storage and got my weights all good. Fuck, I don't even know if my gym is open. I haven't even called. I just assumed that it's closed. But for me, it's interesting because for me, I'm kind of also using it as a challenge. Because I haven't done home workouts so it's going to give me a lot of perspective. I'm not going to do one of those, hey, I worked out at home for 30 days fucking videos for YouTube. But even if my gym was open, I'm not going to go, considering there's no other reason for me to leave and if shit's going sideways. And I mean, I was considering it, but then I'm like, you know what? This is a good opportunity for me to focus on doing that stuff here in case it does close. So I wanted to get ahead of it. And that's kind of how I've always thought with stuff. It's like, okay, let's say I don't prepare and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go to the gym until it closes. And then it closes. Then I have to change my whole routine. Then I have to prepare. And that's too late because then I'll miss a few days and I'll follow my routine. If I all of a sudden pulled back right away a few days ago, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to switch to home training. Took a couple days off, just like recovering, then ordered stuff, planned some shit out. And then now if they close it, it's no different. Now, if they close it, it's just, okay, I'm already prepared for it. I'm already psychologically, which is more important, psychologically and physically prepared for it. The psychology, the psychological preparedness is more important in terms of training. If you're lifting weights at home, you're lifting weights. You lift the weights at home, you lift at the gym, you lift at home. It's no different. Weights are weights. Hey, Papa Sawyer, can I still build? I have to work out at home. Can I still build muscle? Yeah. If you do the same exercises and you lift the same weights and you lift weights, of course you can. If you don't have any of the same equipment or you can't do any kind of resistance training and just body weight, then yeah, can you build muscle? Sure, but your results are going to look dramatically different. It's just the fact. You're not going to build as much muscle if you're just doing body weight exercises. It's not going to happen. And not as fast. And it's really hard to hit every single body part unless you really know what you're doing. And it's still really hard to do that because you're limited with just body weight. It's just going to look different. It's not body build. It's going to be hard to mimic it. Can you do a lot of similar stuff? Sure, you can do the TRX. You can grab a TRX and do it outside. You can loop it over a pull-up bar at the park. You can go outside and hang it on your porch. I mean, there's a lot of things. We're coming into the season. It's spring. So even if you live up north, you're going to be able to go outside and train now. It's March. You can go outside and fucking do stuff. It's spring. It's starting to be beautiful everywhere. So, in the United States at least. There you go. Jessica, let's see here. What are you guys training today? Jessica DeMarco did yin hips 1 with Alex in the yoga studio. Amazing. Excellent. I might do a yin class after this. I've been thinking about doing some yin today. There you go. There's no such thing as too many handsome men with beards. Preach. Preach. I ain't gonna lie. If you shave your beard over this, you didn't deserve your beard in the first place. What up? Preach. Courtney ordered additional resistance bands once my apartment gym shut down. Gym closed this week, so it gives me a chance to work on yoga in Swole X. That's what I say. If you're stuck at home and you don't have any weights, it's like use this opportunity to practice meditation and yoga. Yeah, you're going to feel different. Yeah, you're not going to feel that same kind of soreness, inflamed pump, but your body is repairing. So for me, I haven't worked out. I haven't lifted in like 4 days. I want to think if that's accurate. I've taken like 3 or 4 days off. I've done yoga and stretching, but I've allowed my body to like repair. Plus, psychologically, I've just been dealing with a lot of stuff, just working and setting things up and, creating content. There's a lot of chaos and people that I know, and there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes with everyone. So tomorrow is going to be the first day where I start to load back up and start to get it on. Let's get it on. Gonna make some sick fucking gains. Gonna get it on. Did that new Swolga last night, even commented. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I didn't go and check the comments yet. So how'd you guys like it? The shit was choice. Very good. Harder than the other? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's going to be a lot of good stuff in Swolga. There's another one coming, and we're going to be releasing stuff more often. I mean, even if it's every week, even if it still releases every Monday, there's going to be more releases. We're going to be releasing a lot more content. So you're going to have a lot more stuff. We're releasing stuff every week. So there'll be a lot more things going down. Excited for that. Of course, we're live here every day. So we have that. So there's always content. Always content. Well, that's a good place to do it. Got some weights at the thrift store. Yeah, you know what you can do if you want, or if you guys are looking for shit, go on OfferUp or Craigslist. I know social interaction, social distancing, but doesn't mean you can't buy weights and then wash them down. You can buy some good shit. People that are out of work, people are going to be emptying out their garage. And we have a very special community, but you can imagine most people that are in this situation aren't thinking about buying weights. So there's probably no shortage of getting exercise equipment. I mean, depends. I mean, maybe if you go to your local sporting goods store, your local Dick's, people that actually work out will go there and buy up stuff. But, it'll probably still be around now. Everyone's thinking about food. But then after like a week, people are going to be like, I need to do something. I have to go exercise. They're going to go buy weights or go somewhere. And then fucking it's all going to be sold out. So just be wise. So many people believe that COVID is a biological weapon to take down China's economy, and others as well, or control their population. I don't think they did it to control their population. Why would they want to shut down their economy? It's a cool thing to do for a conspiracy. Say, hey, if we attack ourselves first, no one's going to blame us. Because if China's population is so large, it didn't take out enough people to actually control anything. You know, what was it? Even if 100,000 people died, there's like 1.25 billion. There's so many fucking people in China. It would come back in a year. It's not like the answer to it. It wasn't enough to actually curb population. And people die all the time. People are dying every day. Oh, no, really, the bench from your Amazon store just went out of stock. No way. Well, the power blocks, so those are going fast too. Yeah, a lot of people are buying up all those. Yep. Get your stuff while you can. Wild animal markets are the greatest. Yeah, yeah, said no one ever. Said no one ever. Obviously, that's not such a good idea. And the crazy part is that's not going to change. They're still going to have that. They're still going to have that up and running again. And then this will happen again in a few years. Look, it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. It's going to happen again in the winter. Look, after we get through this, it's still going to happen through the summer. It's just going to come back again in the winter. Get some fresh air. If you can, and you're not going to be in a large group of people, go get some sun. Breathe some fresh air. Get some UV, get some light. It's good. It's good to keep you healthy. Don't be hiding in the house, not getting any fucking sunlight and shit. It's not good. Don't put yourself at risk. That's at your own risk. But to go outside and get sun, I think that's pretty fucking goddamn low. I love Alex as she's single, asking for a friend. Ooh. Ooh. All my gym friends are wanting to come over and use my Bowflex. Defeats the purpose of social distancing, does it? Yeah, let people come on over. Yeah, I'll open up the gym. Pay your membership here. No, the Wi-Fi at my job blocks Swolenormous YouTube videos. Well, you can go and watch some of the other things in Swole TV. Maybe I'll have to double post it. I'll post on YouTube and then we'll upload them later. That way you guys can get around it. Let's see here. People are selling a lot of fitness equipment on Marketplace. Oh, for sure. Just remember, these are things that people purchase and never use. People don't exercise enough. We know that. People don't fucking train enough. People don't take care of their bodies. They're not exercising as it is. They're not training as it is. So you can go and buy these things and just be careful who you go and speak to. So you're not going to a store. It's actually safer for you to go and meet someone from Craigslist and just go by there, give the money, and then you take the weights home and you disinfect them or whatever you want to do, and however you want to handle that situation, it's your life. But you're just interacting with one person and you're purchasing weights, and they're usually metal. You clean them off. They're not bad. Weights are always good if they're taken care of. If they're metal, if they're a little bit of rust, you just sand it off or polish it, whatever. But as long as it's not destroyed, weights are weights. It's just resistance. And then it's resistance shaped in a certain way that can be held and balanced properly so you can perform exercises bilaterally or unilaterally. That's all it is. That's why strongman training, all this new equipment, everyone's like, oh, look at this, it's this shape. Oh, look at this, it's that shape. Well, nothing in nature is like absolutely the same. It's just weights, and you can shape them in different ways. It's cool. A lot of stuff can be weights, even your body. Even your body. So there's a lot of cool stuff out there. Let me see here. Bump, 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 bump. I tried buying a deep freezer this weekend to stock up on some grass-fed goodness, but every store I went to was sold out. They sold 800 in 2 days at Best Buy. Holy shit. Deep freezers. No kidding. No kidding. Well, my freezer's packed, but I don't have a deep freezer, but let's see here. Be careful meeting people off Craigslist, ladies. Well, if you need that fucking information. No shit. No shit. There's no circus dumbbells in nature? No, Phil. No circus dumbbells. No big round ends. I scored an adjustable bench, a barbell, a couple pairs of adjustable dumbbells, and weights totaling 250 pounds for $150. Thank God. Wow. Oh, God. That's a good point. Can't find toilet paper anywhere. Another reason for non contact with strangers. Everyone will be using hands soon. Where can I find the link to your Amazon store? It's pinned in the announcement section of the group. Amazon.com/shop/Swolenormous. But I guess a lot of stuff that's probably on the page is not available. A lot of it's probably missing. But I mean, in terms of Amazon delivering, just so you all know that non-essential items, they're not going to be shipping non-essential items soon. So if there's things that you need to purchase, make sure that you do that. When I say they're not shipping, they're not bringing it to their warehouse. So in other words, once these warehouses finish and run out of product, they're not going to be getting more non-essential items. So like a pair of jeans or a hat or an LCD screen. So here's another fucking crazy thing. All those people that you see on ads all the time. Hey, start a six-figure business, a 7-figure Amazon, FBA. And then you're like, well, how's that working out for people now that have their entire business based on shipping on Amazon? It's fucking scary. There's a lot of people that are going to be hurting hardcore. But Shopify stores are better. Shopify stores, UPS, FedEx. It depends on how brutal it gets, but a lot of people are going to be hesitant to go out. But then there's a lot more people that would be willing to do that because of the income coming in, the money. Annie Peterson, what's going on? What up? There you go. That was what I wanted. Oh. Mass chaos going on in my town and the surrounding areas. Everyone is hoarding everything, even gas. That's fucked up. What's wrong with the gas? It's not a hurricane. It's not a fucking hurricane. It's not a fucking hurricane. This is why I kind of saw ahead of time. This is why I prepared last week. I saw this fucking shit coming. And I think really a big part of that is because I live in Florida. And Florida, we've seen these raids. You don't get this in other places, I don't think, ever. You don't get these kinds of raids. We get this every time we have a hurricane. The shelves are gone. So we get used to seeing the shelves empty. We get used to seeing things and just water stripped off the shelves. So I know what a supermarket rush looks like. But this is different. This is like all food. And this is pretty scary because it's different. It's different than the average. It's different than what's normal. But this is like legit. This is the same shit that we always see. This is the same shit. We're always seeing this. Yeah, how do you hoard gas? I guess you just fill up those external containers. You fill up the jugs and stuff. Ellen, we are doing contactless delivery in Australia. Getting a grocery delivery tomorrow. We'll see how much of my order I actually get. That's another thing that's tough with Amazon is that when they're thinking about closing delivery sections, there's a lot of delivery warehouses in the United States, but in Europe there aren't so many. So that's gonna interrupt things a lot in Europe if it goes that direction. Annie, when you were designing the 7 pillars, do you ever consider adding nature as a pillar, or do you consider that part of community? Environment, yeah, community is your environment. I mean, I consider what's a more important thing to focus on. So community is your environment, and when I say about the people, it's really the same thing because your environment, your nature, is essentially what and who. So when I consider community, I consider it everything from where you live to how much air you get to the people you surround yourself with. But it focuses more on the people because not everyone can choose their environment. So what if you live in Seattle, or what if you live in England or Scotland and it's overcast a lot? It's like, hey, nature, get out and get sunlight. Okay, that doesn't help people as much as talking about literally who are you surrounding yourself with. But that's why it says your environment. So I considered strongly thinking like, oh, the environment, but I don't want to call it environment because then people are going to think about where they live and they're going to think about that bullshit. Most people, when they think about environment, they think about green. They don't think about community. They don't think about the people. So I decided to use the word community because it's going to focus on a more applicable and a more actionable result. Because wherever you live, whether or not you can get sunshine, you can still surround yourself with better people. Even if it is raining outside, you can still tell a friend to go fuck themselves and spend time with yourself and meditate. So it's just a more important thing. But that would be included in number one for sure. But it could be included in all of them because recovery, that could be recovery. And that could be training. You could train outside. Nutrition. I mean, vitamin D. You can eat vitamin D. Your body creates it. So you can. Our local gun shop had a line of cars stretching for over a mile. Yeah. I mean, if you have some ammo, it's fine. You don't need to stock up for the end of the world. It's just. If it comes to that, we have bigger problems. Do you want to live through that shit? I don't know. It's crazy how people go for guns in this time. It's great. That's what we need. The problem is people get ammunition and shit to protect themselves from like 100 million people. It's like you need to protect yourself from one person. If you're using box after box of ammo and you're using it, you sir, or madam, you're in the middle of a fucking zombie apocalypse and you might not want to live through that. you might have other options at that time. Yeah. Well, I understand. And here's the thing, when there's a panic and when there's a lot of shit going down, what do people do? They run for food and they run for guns. Protection, food, shelter, protection. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You need protection, you need shelter, you need food. That's what you need, fundamental. And then after that, community, environment, purpose, all those other levels of what makes humans or what humans need psychologically and physically. Yeah, bullets, bacon, beef, and bidets. Why don't people, what's funny is if you go on YouTube, you see a lot of ads for the bidet. It's like, hey, that's a great idea. Sell bidets. Everyone's going for toilet paper. Get a bidet. The power's not out. All these people that are making a rush on ammunition, these are the ones that are going to be shooting each other over toilet paper. That's the only thing that we fucking need. That's what's next on the news. I hope it hasn't happened already. But someone's going to fucking shoot someone, or if they haven't already, they're going to shoot someone over toilet paper. I saw news reports that people were fighting over it. So all it takes is the fight with the wrong person that pulls a gun. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ. Someone's going to shoot someone over toilet paper. You're going to go to jail for the rest of your fucking life over toilet paper. No way. Someone stabbed someone in Australia over toilet paper. God damn it. Think about it. If you were the person that got stabbed, what takes it to the situation that would lead to a stabbing? Just think about what would lead to a stabbing. Like, think about that. If someone pulls a knife, give them the toilet paper. Obviously, if they stab them in the back, I mean, that person sounds like a fucking pussy coward anyway, so you probably stab the other person in the back. I had a bidet too, and it was a horrible investment. It was terrible. It just splattered shit everywhere. Like, literally, there was too much of a gap. It was terrible. You need to get a good one. It wasn't like a high quality. I mean, it got high ratings. I don't know how. It was a terrible. It was like a fucking horrendous design. A horrendous design. It was terrible. Someone got stabbed at Costco with a broken wine bottle. Did that person drink it first? Were they drinking in Costco because it was so hectic? They're like, I need some wine. Hey, get your hands off my TP. Just fucking stab him with the fucking neck. Buddy pulled a gun at Loblaws in Toronto over toilet paper. Fuck. That's true. If they would do it for a Popeye sandwich, they're more than capable of doing other stupid shit. Well said. Yeah, I mean, are we shocked that they would? Are we shocked that people are going to stab each other over toilet paper? Are we shocked? Anyone? Is anyone like, oh my God, I can't believe they would do that. I can't believe they would do that. I can't believe that they would stab someone. I can't believe they would pull a gun. LA buying up guns. Yep, shoot the virus. Shoot it. Yeah, shoot the virus. Shoot it. The stores here in California are only letting in a small number of people in the grocery stores at a time. The sheriff at the door counting people in and out. Oh, God. Well, we're going to be here every single day. Nothing changes. I want to remind those of you that if you're thinking what you're going to do in terms of programming, those of you that are members, go check out SwoleNormousX.com. Go check out, again, SwoleNormousX.com to get the hookup. You could join the SwoleFam. You could check out memberships. Got a bunch of great stuff over there. All the details on the Swole at Home special and, you know, how you can start getting into the yoga studio and how you can start getting into the programs and how you can start getting into all the workouts, the virtual trainer, the master classes, the brain gains meditation, all the things that are important this time of year and this time period. I mean, it's crazy because it's March and I was already making content like, hey, your resolutions, how those turn out for you. I was focused on people's failed resolutions because this is a time of year that people are already failed. They already fucked up their resolutions. So I'm like, hey, you didn't start when you should have. You didn't start 6 months ago when I told you to, and you didn't start 3 months ago when I told you to. Now, where are you now? In the same position, start today. And then this came around. It's like, well, let's just keep on doing what we're doing. I mean, it's crazy how nothing really changes for us. But no, I know a lot of people are going to be struggling financially and shit like that. So, all businesses are going to be affected. All of them are around the world. Amazon's business, everyone's business is affected. But at the same time, whereas SwoleNormous X might in the past have been looked at as a little bit of a luxury. Oh, well, I have SwoleNormous X in addition to my gym membership. Oh, I go to the gym and I have this for the yoga studio. Now you're starting to see how important all the aspects of SwoleNormous X is and always are and always have been, and how important the 7 pillars are because it goes through those important aspects that you need to be maintaining in a time like this. Community, nutrition, training, recovery, mobility, mindfulness, and consistency. And that's it. And I mean, I'm going to be consistent. I've been consistent. I know a lot of you have been consistent. If you're a SwoleNormous X member, of course you're consistent because we've been doing this the whole time. This is no different. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. And that's what's important to remember. If you have your own consistency, if you put yourself in a fucking bubble, you put your head down and you focus, nothing changes. And that's the beauty of meditation. That's the beauty. That's the beauty. If you know how to adapt, if you know how to adjust, if you have the tools at your disposal to make those adjustments, that's the key. That's the ticket. Are you adaptable? Are you adaptable and resilient? This is going to help. This is going to help. This is going to help a lot of people realize where the gaps are in their vulnerability or in their resilience. This is going to help people in the end. Step into tomorrow. Finished upper smoke today. It's going pretty good. Nice. However, I have some neck scapula aching. What's the best yoga class and X for neck scapula issues? Try one of the upper body ones. Try one of the shoulder mobility flows. Try one of the yins. Try any of the ones that talk about the shoulder and upper body. You're welcome, Alexon. Geez, I can't talk. It's been a few days of me not being able to talk. Allison YX. Papa, I wanted to say thank you for pushing people to take things seriously and keep calm, emphasizing your message. You've developed your message with what is happening, so thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll have some more content coming tomorrow. You know, I'm not a news resource, but I do want to remind people of looking at it with a glass half full and to try to create some normalcy. Because a lot of things are going to be normal or should be normal for most people, but it depends. For some people, those of you that are around elderly people, family members or friends, for those of you that are like, this is a very serious thing. For those that aren't, it might be like, fuck it. But when you say, fuck it, you could be putting those other people at risk. So there's a huge international community thing about this. So you have people down here on spring break that are flooding the beaches, but they are putting a lot of elderly people at risk when they go home or when they travel. They go to the airport, they're picking it up at the beach, and then some 70-year-old gets at the airport. Should they be at the airport? That's another discussion, but then they're getting sick, so it just creates a, Yeah, and it's so different. It's so different because as much as everyone's getting stressed out, I'm used to it, or anyone that lives in Florida gets used to it. But the thing is, when you're preparing for a hurricane, you're also not going to be with power. I mean, now we're trapped inside, but try being in Florida. You ready for this? Try being in Florida for 7 days with no power and no air conditioning. Like, you're in Florida and you are just in a room. You're in a hot box. You're in like one of those fucking, prisoner, those POW. I don't know how many of you are into some old movies, but you got that little fucking, that bridge on the River Kwai fucking hot box, and you're stuck in there just fucking sweating it out. And that's what it's like in Florida to have no power, no air conditioning, no Netflix. I mean, you go and you turn on your car, everyone gets gas so you could charge your phone, but it's fucking hot and miserable. People go to the movies just because they have generators and they can have you can have air conditioning. People go places and go to restaurants just to get some air conditioning. So at least now we're inside, but it's not a serious, it's not a zombie apocalypse and we have power. So it's a whole different game. It's a whole different game. The thing is, with a hurricane, it's different because a hurricane is visible. We know what a hurricane does. We have a lot of track records of what a hurricane does, but most people aren't aware of what viruses do and how many times these outbreaks actually happen and how many times they're actually suppressed. We keep our heads, stupid Americans just keep their heads down and just fucking do this. How many times do you have the ability or do you care to look at the latest virus outbreak in Africa or in India or China? Like, this happens a lot. It just doesn't hit an international level all the time, but sometimes it does. 1918 did so here, right? You have other times when there's major pandemics, and major issues worldwide. Now in a day when we have so much air travel and we have so much technology, we have a combination of a lot of quick transmission and then information gets around quickly. And unfortunately, the media is doing a lot of fear mongering. But at the same time, if we need to limit social interaction, you can't just tell people, hey, you should stay home for a little bit. We can't be soft. So you can't just say, hey, stay. We think you should stay at home. Everyone's gonna be like, fuck you, we're not staying home. If you're nice, if you say curfew, fucking 10 p.m., people are like, oh my God, they're overreacting, but then they take it seriously. So the government, the states have to let people know that this is serious. Otherwise, if you because they made suggestions for weeks, they were saying limit social contact. You probably shouldn't go out. You probably shouldn't go here. You probably shouldn't do this. And no one fucking listened, and it got worse. So they're like, you know what? Fuck this. Baseball, football, everything canceled. All the plays and all the social gatherings canceled. That's what happens because people don't fucking listen and didn't take it seriously from the start. And that's why it happened. If everyone actually took this kind of like precaution 2 weeks ago, it'd be a lot different story. But people didn't like it now. They don't like it now. But 2 weeks ago, this would have happened. And people would have been even more upset because it's even more exaggeration because it was at that level now. But looking back on it, oh, that would have been a better idea. Okay, well, hindsight's 2020. It doesn't do anyone any good. So that's not a good answer either. Agreed. MF motherfucking Luda. Our grandparents and great grandparents survived 2 world wars and a Great Depression. We are descended from them. We'll get through this if we just keep our heads and take care of each other. Yeah, well, this is what happens when you're living in a privileged society, when we have a lot of benefits and we don't have a lot of hardships. A lot of people don't realize, oh, this happens a lot of times in other countries. Oh, this happens all the time in fucking Africa. Oh, this happens quite often in China. Oh, these things happen in a lot of places that don't have the infrastructure or the sterilization or that's why do you think people want to come to the United States? Why do you think people want to come here from all over the fucking world? You don't see people, emigrating like to other places. You don't see a lot of everyone's flooding to Argentina. Everyone's flooding to Russia. You don't see that. People want to come here. Why? And there's a lot of great countries out there, but that's why people want to go because they're fucking good. They're fucking great. USA, baby. USA. USA. I'm just kidding. Well, I'm not kidding, but, let the flag speak. It's all good. Now, there's a lot of great countries out there, of course, but this happens a lot of times. And because of technology and because of the speed of information, how much information there is out there, we just get too much. You can't pay attention to every viral outbreak. You can't pay attention to every plague. You can't pay attention to, well, I mean, if it was a plague, but, we had the Ebola thing, a year or two ago. And then all of a sudden there's the suspicion and then there's a conspiracy theorist and like people are releasing this and people are doing this. Maybe. Does it change does it change what's going on? Does it change what you can do about it? I mean, I don't know, man. That's what I worry about. And Anthony DeVito, that's what I worry about. It says, he says, if this goes well, it will look like we, quote, overreacted. I think that's one of the things I fear the most is that this is going to work. And then people are going to be, oh, well, come on. It wasn't a big deal. See, it wasn't a big deal. We did all that for nothing. And it's like, well, that's why X, Y, and Z happens because we took these kinds of actions. So, yeah. For upper smoke, you have the push-up, pull-up combo that says doing X number of each is 1 set. Then you do X sets and that adds up to 100. Is that right? Yeah, it's 1 set. That's why you do either 1 or 2. That's why you might just do 1 set. No, it's not 125 pull-ups. You're not going to do that. That's why. Because a lot of people aren't going to be doing that many. That's why you have that range, because it can easily be overkill, which is why you have the ability to adjust. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, you're not necessarily going to do the same amount of sets for each pairing. Apparently there's a bird flu outbreak as well. Those are bad. Wasn't the avian flu, wasn't that a lot more severe? Disney and Marvel finally postponed Black Widow. Now your shit got real. When other movie studios are releasing movie as video on demand. Oh yeah, that would be smart. That would be totally smart. That's what they're gonna do. You're just gonna have to pay X amount, and then they're gonna do those releases early. Yeah, for sure. Well, if you look at if it's 125 for the 4 sets, sure, if you do 4 sets or you do 5 sets, but you don't have to. So when you say just following as it's written, that's why it's not written like that. That's why it's not written like that. It doesn't say that you have to. It might say 2 to 4 or 2 to 5, but even Scorched or even Swole season when it says 3 to 6 or 2 to 6, I'm not telling anyone to fucking do that many. I'm saying that's like a range. But yeah, I mean, if you're doing that much, you should have a head. That you need to have the head on your shoulders to understand what you're doing and how you're doing it, and if you're capable of doing that. It's not recommended. That's why it says so in the text. It's like it's recommended to do X, Y, and Z. It's not advanced. It's very advanced for volume. It's very advanced for intensity. But then again, you can modify that, and you can modify the reps too. You can modify the reps too. So when it comes to the push-ups and the pull-ups, you can modify how many you do. You don't have to do 20 and 10 or 10 and 5 or 5 and 3. You don't have to do them like that. You can adjust the repetitions. I mean, you can tweak a lot of different things. I want to get Lord of the Rings on digital first. You still haven't seen Lord of the Rings, or are you talking about a TV show or something they're coming out with? Frozen 2. Frozen 2. God, I haven't seen Frozen 1. I'm going to successfully avoid both of those movies as long as I possibly can. As long as I possibly can. I think I can make it a lifelong thing. I think I can survive. I think I can make it through my entire life without watching that. Life mission. Life mission to never expose my eye holes to that shit. It's a cute movie. Fuck you all. You're all just saying that because you're forced to watch it every fucking night. Not gonna fall for that. Sorry. Nice try. Nice try. I'm just fucking. All you have kids and your kids are like, Frozen, Frozen. You're like, fuck. Okay, kid. And then you're on your phone. Your kid's like, Mommy, watch the movie. And you're like, God, I just want to text through this because I've seen this movie 7 fucking times. The same fucking movie that I saw 7 fucking nights ago. Every fucking night. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. I'm just teasing. Sopranos versus Frozen. Bunny Boo, I was wondering if on your yoga special, if there is meditation or is that in the regular? That's in the unlimited. Yeah, on the website, the yoga is strictly for the yoga studio. Mm-hmm. It's possible some things might change or might be updated, but if those things change, for example, if and this has happened, in the past, certain offers, if something ever gets added or changed, but that's why it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer to get access to everything because you have everything and everything that will be released. There's a lot of things that I haven't even announced to members yet that we're working on. So it's kind of like you lock it in and then you have all the new releases that are coming too, even new sections that haven't even been announced yet, which you're going to like, trust me. But anything that is added retroactively, you get access to. So no matter what membership, if for whatever reason Brain Gains was added to that, you would get access. You would see that appear in your account. But if you're going to do the yoga, unless you only want the yoga, you don't want anything else, but it's a no-brainer to do the unlimited. Disney, Ray Don. Oh, now we're going to TV shows. We're going. Mama Swole met Scott Barnes, the legend. Frozen the musical. Not a chance in fucking hell. Not a chance. Not a chance. Swolio is the best. Make the pandemic relaxing. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I mean, the Daily Swole is it's a daily show. It's a daily show. It's a daily Swole, and going to keep on delivering content the same today as we do every day. And of course, I think the podcast will easily become it's going to become a big time news feed. But what I like about this, in this kind of a discussion, open ended podcast, is that you're getting a lot of real information from people, and all of you that are around the world. I mean, if you go on CNN, you go on Fox News, you go on any kind of mainstream media, you're going to get some facts for sure, but you're also going to get a lot of fear. You're going to get a lot of scare tactics. You're going to get a lot of headline grabbing. And what I feel is completely atrocious is the New York Times. Like every time I look at an article, it's like, hey, sign up for my shit. Look, you're the news. You should be giving people the news for free. If you have a product or a service, I get it, but I shouldn't have to sign up to read a fucking article about, what's going on with like a pandemic. So you're really susceptible to shitty media, to even more garbage media than those platforms. Like they're trying to get you to click. They're trying to get you to click on a headline, which usually will have how many people killed. I love how like in Florida, I looked up, you look up a local news and it says so-and-so killed by coronavirus. Coronavirus kills elderly man. Did it kill? Is that word really appropriate? Is kill an appropriate word? Like legit. Is kill an appropriate word? Coronavirus kills. Did it kill that person, or was that person sick and died because their immune system was weak to a flu, such like the coronavirus? It's like, stop saying that the coronavirus killed an elderly 70-year-old man in a fucking assisted living home. It didn't kill him. He probably fucking ate like shit his whole life, has Alzheimer's, and died because his immune system is weak as fuck and he's on 20 meds. It didn't kill him. He died, and he tested for that. Like, the numbers are getting inflated. They are. And in the hundreds of thousands of people that are infected, guess what? When they say 180,000 worldwide, they're including all the people that recovered too. It makes a bigger number. It makes it more dramatic. I mean, this is the kind of shit that the fucking media is doing. And I'm not downplaying the importance of it. Like I said, it's extremely dire and extremely serious for certain people in certain situations, especially if you have elderly people around you, you have family or friends that are at risk. You don't want to spread it to them. You don't want them to get it. Those people are extremely, it's really, really intense. For healthy people, not quite so intense. Not yet, unless it mutates. Not yet. Okay. But the news, you have to be very careful. And what I was saying, the reason why I was mentioning that is because what I like about this podcast is everyone hears from everywhere around the world. So you're actually giving real information. Hey, what's going on where you live? Hey, what's going on in your town? Like, what is actually going on? It's good. It's good. I like it. I like it. It's nice to get some unbiased shit, or at least, I guess we're all biased, but I mean, it's good to get some actual information and, boots on the ground type of thing. The Swole army, the SwoleFam. Yeah, I agree with that. But people that are afraid make terrible decisions. And I've mentioned this before. What frightens me more is just the economy and the issues and the implications, but also the laws and shit that can get passed easily when there's a lot of fear. Just like 9/11, there's a lot of stuff when there's a lot of fear and uncertainty. People allow a lot of liberties and allow a lot of security to go by the wayside. And after this subsides, all of a sudden these laws are stuck and no one cares about the virus. No one cares about changing them. And then all of a sudden you can't find the people anywhere in sight to rally together to change something that we already did. And then people go on with their normal lives with less. And then we keep on chipping away, keep on chipping away what we're able to do, whether it's free speech, whether it's, going out at certain times, whether it's, this is the kind of like systematic shit that happened in World War II. Obviously a massively, massively different situation. But if you think about it from the Nazis' perspective, That was their angle. It was just the Jews that were looked at as the virus. And this is like the mentality. This is like the psychosis that was a part of that type of political and social fear mongering. You have to have a scapegoat. You have to have a villain. You have to have something to blame. So we're blaming the coronavirus. We're blaming China. We're blaming. I mean, how far is that going to go, and how realistic and how logical is it? Let's see. Allison, here in Hong Kong, Singapore, we've not had any lockdowns, but people have been reacting to this since late January because we remember SARS. So basically, everyone is still normal but careful. Look, I mean, I think we should look to areas like that that have dealt with this in close proximity or even in their communities and look at how they're reacting to it. And if people are still going outside and doing their normal stuff, then I'm not saying don't keep all these major organizations closed or sports teams, but it doesn't mean you can't leave the house. You know, it's not floating in the sky. It's not like a bird shits on you and, oh my God, I got SARS on my arm. Around 80% of all cases in China have recovered last I checked. SwoleFam, I need meditation right now. I think we all do. Imagine if they had TikTok in World War II. Yo, God. Right? Sabrina, school here in Texas has been postponed until April 3rd. Oh my God. I have 4 kids, a junior, a freshman, and 2 second graders. They are moving to online courses soon. Like, what the fuck? And I work in the health field. This is so tough. I mean, a lot of younger kids go to school, and I guess they were afraid of kids bringing it home to older parents because the kids aren't getting affected. But it's like, shit. I'm concerned. That's what was, I mentioned this in like a video like a week or two ago. It's like you have parents are doctors, parents are nurses, parents are people that are emergency responders. And if you have them at home, like how are they going to watch their kids if they're trying to help people with the coronavirus and stuff? How are they going to be able to report to duty and stuff? Yeah, I don't know. And look, let's be completely honest. Everything that I'm saying, let me just reiterate, everything I'm saying is fucking opinion. When I'm talking about World War II, when I'm talking about this, if I make mistakes, if I'm saying something incorrectly, it's my opinion. I'm trying not to state any facts because, you know, everyone's a fucking fact checker. So, you know, make sure you cross check things I say, but these are my opinions. So don't take it personally or don't take it as like this is law or something like that. So, you know, when I was talking about how these laws are passed, but think about the privacy laws that changed the Patriot Act and these things that happened. I think, right? It wasn't that what it was, the Patriot Act, or when they can scan the whole NSA shit after 9/11. You know, okay, we got attacked. And then all these things, we gave up so many fucking liberties and security, like all the shit that we're dealing with and we're going to be dealing with for the rest of our lives, things that can't be undone or can be undone, but are very, 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 very unlikely to be undone because most people don't know about it. And the people that really know a lot about it are in control of it. And why would we give up all this awesome power? Why would we give this up? So people are way too eager to give up liberties for security or perceived security, real liberties for perceived security. So that's a concern because I am not one of those masses. And those are the masses that will be approving and clamoring and freaking out. Those are the same masses that are rushing for toilet paper. Those are the ones that vote. Now you see the problem with our political system. And this is not pro-Trump or anti-Trump. The problem is you have a lot of these people that rush for toilet paper that also vote on everything. Not presidential, we're talking local, we're talking everywhere. The people, think about how many people are rushing for toilet paper, how many people are panicking and buying out all the food shelf. These are the same people that make up a lot of the majority and that make a lot of decisions, or a lot of decisions are based on. So, yeah, your fellow countrymen are fucking psychopaths and morons. So, it's important to understand that although you might be thinking logically, most people are idiots. And most people make terrible decisions with no information or misinformation and don't have enough solid of a gray matter, a little head on their shoulders in order to make a judgmental decision on something that's objectively an incorrect perspective based on the facts. The facts. People watch too much X-Files and conspiracy shit. Thank you, Nathan. Appreciate it. SwoleFam, something stable in an unstable world. That's some real consistency. Fuck yeah, it is. Matt Gaines, good name. Is Italy wrong? What do you mean? In what context? Well, all the things that are going on in the United States, they're doing because they're using the concept like, well, if we don't do this, we're going to be Italy in a couple weeks, which is probably true. You know, if you don't get ahead of this stuff, it has to look like you're overreacting. It has to look, you have to make that excessive hammer. You have to make that chop, because if you don't, then it gets worse. And if you don't stop it fast, it's still going to get worse. Like, it's going to get a lot worse. We just, because we didn't get to it in time. We didn't, if everyone tried doing this a month ago, everyone would be like, oh my God, you're overreacting. But that would have maybe mitigated, not completely, but it would have been much different. So if we don't do it now, it's going to be even worse. And it's still already going to get worse because it's already out there. It's already around. And it's still going to be going from person to person. There's going to be a lot more people that get it because it's already there. And a lot of people probably have it and will be fine, but they won't give it to anyone because of limited social contact, because the sports events and bars and restaurants are closed. A lot of people already have it, will never get tested for it, will never really think much of it, might feel a little run down, might get the sniffles, be like, oh, I hope I don't get that. They feel fine in a couple of days. Oh, they think they don't have it. They go back to their normal routine. They actually do have the coronavirus. They actually are still infected, or they are still viral. And even though they had the sniffles, thought nothing of it, went back to work or went and saw so-and-so, they're going to give it to someone. And then that person might get sick and die because they're the 80-year-old grandmother that person went to visit. So people on spring break that are partying, that drank a lot, that are on the beaches of Florida, you know, they're run down, their immune systems are shot, they're buying alcohol, they're binging on the beach. They might get the sniffles or get a cough and feel like shit, but they got hungover, so they don't know the difference. It covers it up. They go home and they see Nana, and then Nana gets sick and fucking dies. So that it's very sneaky, and it lives and it can survive and can be spread for a long time. That's the problem. It's not that you're guaranteed to die. It's that you can be viral for a long time. They're finding it could be like 4 weeks. That's what I've read. You can collaborate that or call bullshit on that in the comments, but I read that it could be 4 weeks. I mean, it can be transferred. So, I mean, think about that. Like, some people have elderly people in their house, like in their immediate circle. So if you go out, they are at risk. And for people that have, like, your mother lives with you and she's 80, or your uncle, or your father, like, that becomes a very, very difficult situation to manage, especially if you take care of them and you have to go work to provide for them. How do you go to work and put them at risk? And how do you do you quarantine and just make money? Like this is what the fucking problem is. One of them. Jason, we are just a few weeks behind Italy. I fully expect air travel within the U.S. to stop at some point. I do too. My suggestion, honestly, and this is not fear mongering, this is my opinion. If I were from out of the country, I would consider literally going, pretend like you're going to be stuck in wherever you are for a while. Make the decision for where you're going to go. If you're going to go back to your home country, your home state, these are decisions. Things are going to be more and more limited as it gets worse, because fear and panic is going to escalate, and then the restrictions are going to amplify, and then people are going to be afraid. I mean, this is going to have to be a very important balance of them restricting it more. That's why it's happening in waves. That's why I keep on saying this. It happens in waves. It always has. You don't just drop the fucking guillotine. You have to slowly do it, but you have to do it fast so you don't incite too much panic. Like don't you understand? They've already mapped this out. This is the same as like war games. They've mapped this out. When I say they, the government, people that are in power, they're adjusting it day to day based on the numbers, based on the information that they have. That's what, for those that don't understand common sense, people that are in charge make decisions based on the information at hand. And you have a lot of scientists that know their shit that are very, very black and white. They look at the numbers and they give you their opinion and what they recommend based on numbers, not based on, oh, am I scared to go outside? They'll be like, these types of people are getting sick. This is the transmission rate. This is what we know. That's like the CDC black and white. But no one goes to the fucking CDC website. No, why would you go to that site? It's the government. It's the government. What do they know? Oh, they're only the scientists that have been on the front lines for 100 fucking years. And I'm just saying that. I don't know how long the CDC has been out. But that's what they've been working on this. They're aware of what the coronavirus is. That's why we have all this information, because they've been working on this since the other outbreaks. Right? They're always front lines with this shit, right? So people don't want to go to those headlines because you go to the CDC website, it's black and white text. It looks like a legal notebook. You're like, oh God, boring. You want to go to the New York fucking Post where it says like, man gets slaughtered by coronavirus. Slaughtered? Oh my God. Puke comes out man's eyes as he coughs himself to death. Whoa, the fucking virus is savage. And everyone watches that shit. Yeah. Like the virus is just fucking like just chopping down fucking trees and shit like Jurassic Park. So people go for the fear mongering shit and then get misinformation, then lose their fucking mind. And then you get the toilet. That's the toilet paper dude. That's the TP guy. That's the fucking TP dude. Let's see. I'm scrolling. Oh no. Oh, Papa Swoleo 2020. You read my mind. That's my new thing. That's my. I have the shirts already. I have the shirts and the envelopes and the whole thing. Papa Swoleo 2020. It's already done. Oh God. Yeah, right. I don't want to be in charge of that. No way. I'm good with this. I'm good with the SwoleFam. Why do I need, I don't want to be around all those other fucking shit people. I got the SwoleFam. What do I need for that shit? I don't want to be in charge of all these fucking jabronis. There's someone at my mother's job that might have the coronavirus. They just got tested for it. I'm kind of freaking out. This is getting too close to home. That's what was really scary for Mama Swolio. She went to the store yesterday. What's today? Tuesday. I think she went yesterday morning. And I think it was yesterday morning. And man, she was like, people were there in fucking full biohazard suits, like just full suits. And they were spraying their hands before they touched packages and stuff, like the really obsessed people. But then she said you had those people. And then you had others that were like watching and laughing and kind of, taking Snapchats and fucking IG stories or, taking videos. Did I just say Snapchat? Who the fuck uses Snapchat anymore? Anyway, so I went OG. Musical.ly. They're doing Musical.lys. What's the Musical.ly? It's really fucking creepy. It's really creepy. But you have people that are taking it to that extreme. Then you have other people that are like, oh, look at those fucking jabronis, and everyone in between. So you have the people that don't care that are spreading it. You have the people that are super obsessed unnecessarily and super protective and like, oh my God, I can't breathe I can't go anywhere, go outside or touch a doorknob without like, it absorbing into my skin. So it's like you still get so many, pros and, conflicting, and people are going both, completely different directions. And that's the problem with the spring break. Everyone's going to be going back. Look, people are going to be leaving when spring break when spring break ends. They're all going to go home. So it's going to redistribute all those people. There's a lot of people down here that I don't give a fuck. that don't give a fuck. And again, it's not that these people don't give a fuck and they want people to die. It's just, if they don't get sick, how would you know? If you don't get sick, what are you going to go get tested? You shouldn't go get tested. If you're not sick, don't go get tested. If you have the sniffles, don't go get tested. I shouldn't say that. Let me take that back. Do whatever your local area tells you to do. Where I was going with this is, if you have the sniffles and you go get tested and you don't have it and you're just overreacting, you're taking away a test and resources from people that actually need the help. My point is, a lot of people are going to go and get tests and slow down the emergency systems just because they don't feel well. Well, if you had the normal flu and if you didn't feel well 3 months ago, you would have stayed home. Even if you were really sick and you had a fever of 102 degrees, you would have gone through it and then you would have been fine. And you're like, oh my God, I got so sick, I had a high fever. Now you're elevated like a degree and everyone's rushing to the ER. So that's another problem. I mean, there are problems on problems. If you get sick, you deal with it. If it gets really bad and your fever skyrockets and you can't breathe and stuff, yeah, you would go to the fucking hospital anyway. Go if you need to go. Is that so wrong in saying? Like, go if you need to go. If you're sick and you need to go to the hospital, where should you go? There you go. There you go. Very good. Very
Come
good.
on, stop whining.
Very good. You go to the fucking hospital if you need to go. If you need to go to the hospital, you go to the hospital. If you have a sniffles or a boo-boo, you fucking spit on it and go do some bench, right? You spit on it and go do some squats. Yeah, you don't feel good? Oh, you don't feel so good. Do some squats, you fucking jabron. Do some fucking squats and eat a steak. Squats and a steak and you're fine. Just eat some bacon, you're good. You guys know what I mean. It's like, people freak out. People are freaking out. You wouldn't freak out if you got the normal flu. If you had the sniffles, if you had a cough, you wouldn't go to the ER. So don't do it unless you have to. Let's see here. I like that, Maria. Appreciate it. Maria Abutin. I feel like if Papa is going to be consistent with the Daily Swole, it's my duty to be consistent with my training. Orange County Marathon in May is canceled, but I've been training right after running LA. Hell yeah. Fucking every day. We are going to be here every day like we always are. Look at the change in strategy in the UK. They mapped out the data to figure out the likely trajectory. That's exactly what they do. You have scientists that are using data that are making these recommendations to people that are in control. That's how it works. You don't have these politicians just, making decisions. You have experts that are recommending. Now, if they go against a recommendation, that can come back and bite them in the ass. So you tend to listen to the scientists that have been studying this shit their entire fucking life. Literally. That are neck deep in fucking viruses every goddamn day. I would tend to listen to those people. And what's great is those people give me comfort. I made sure I stocked up on food. I made sure I had I made sure I have what I need to have for myself, my family. I made sure that we're good, as like any kind of person that's surviving would do and should do, as you should do, to protect you and yourself and yours. But I'm not concerned. Like, my concerns go way beyond. I'm not concerned about getting it. I'm not concerned about getting sick. I'm concerned about all these other ramifications that I'm going to see from an economic, political, social standpoint. I'm more concerned about that. But I'm not saying that any of these decisions are incorrect. That's the catch-22. It's like, well, this might seem extreme, but it also might prevent millions of people from getting sick and dying. Sounds like a good trade-off, but like, literally, it's like the biggest pro and con list ever. People are going to lose their jobs. People are going to have this. People are going to be stressed out. There's going to be food shortages for a temporary period of time. We're going to have to. It's been worse. It's been worse. One of the things is you're going to realize real quick what you actually need and what you don't need. And a lot of the shit that China makes that we buy, a lot of the shit we don't fucking need. It's the stuff that most people don't realize that China makes. That is going to be the big issue. It's all the things that you have no idea that actually are made out of this country. That's going to be the biggest deal. Not the shit that you think is going to be a big deal. Like, oh, they make the material for the bottles that you have water in. Oh, they make the material for the boxes that they ship this in. Oh, they make the material for the things that keep food fresh. Oh, those are the things that are going to be like, that's when people say supply chain. That's what they're talking about. Raw goods and shit like that. All those supplements that you all suck down all the time. The sketchy supplements, all the powders and stuff, the raw ingredients that people get from overseas. Yep. Creatine's going to be quite expensive. Oh, goodness. Goodness. Yeah, right? If Papa ran in 2020, at least everyone would be healthy, fit, and mindful. Yeah, except for me. I'd be out of my fucking mind. Every time I see you on TikTok, I imagine the Vikings back in 1066 making TikToks about crossing the Norwegian Sea to raid for cactus tissue. Cactus tissue. Oh. People are always afraid of the unknown, just like kids. Why are children afraid of the dark? Why are children afraid of the dark? One, because you can't see what's in the dark, and two, evolutionary adaptation. It's a safety mechanism. You're afraid of the dark. If you're around a campfire and it's 10,000 years ago and you look into the darkness, you don't go running into it because you can't see and there's things that would eat your fucking face, right? If there are saber-toothed tigers out there, you don't go wandering into the darkness. You stay by the fire. Yeah, you stay by the fire. Maybe you don't even have a fire if there's saber-toothed tigers because I don't know what they're attracted to. Maybe they're attracted to light, attracted to heat. Who knows? Who knows? We're going way off the rails. We're going fringe right now. Do some squats and eat a fucking steak. You're welcome, Lisa. I appreciate you being here. Vicks and Windex. What was that? My fat Greek wedding? My big fat Greek wedding? Someone bangs her elbow and the guy just reaches over and sprays Windex on it. God, that was so fucking funny. I remember seeing that movie in theaters. I was dying. Oh, that was so good. I barely remember it. I just remember that part. I think it's probably what everyone remembers. The father just spraying Windex and everything. Josh, the warehouse I work in is top of the line producer for Lowe's and Home Depot, so it looks like my job is good for now. Well, good. Good. Medical supplies, yeah. Fart powders. Yeah, right? Yeah. Oh, that's excellent. Mackenzie Kamen. I'm so late to this live stream, but did Vinyasa flow on Swolenormous X today with my girlfriend. She's the member and let me try it with her. Very nice. I hope you enjoyed it. Which Vinyasa flow did you do? I can get that here. I fuck with this too much. I just touch it all the time. It's like I lean forward, I come back, get a little bit of some action here. Rub some dirt on it, walk it off. Do some squats and eat a fucking steak. Do some squats and eat a fucking steak, bish. All right, fam. So, excellent. So, yeah, there's going to be a ton of stuff. There's going to be a ton of stuff that's coming, of course, inside Swolenormous X. I have a lot of things planned, a lot of things coming. So I'll be giving you updates real soon. Obviously, this week is going to be a little bit hectic because of all the changes and for all the stuff that's going on. It's just been a couple days of refocusing and getting a beat on it. I mean, everything's changing every single day, and we'll try to be. I'm probably going to be going live earlier tomorrow, but just stay tuned, stay plugged in. If you're a SwoleFam Unlimited member, you're a part of Swole Text, you'll get text access, and I'll let you know when the next episode is. And of course, I'll text you before I go live. But make sure you go check out the new Swolga number 3, the Total Body Swolga. You got the new season or the new week of Scorched Earth, Fire and Smoke week 1, and of course the recipes and the brand new Yoga Flow. Lots of stuff coming, lots of stuff coming up, and I will be keeping you all apprised and posted and updated. And also what I'll probably be doing is doing another poll in the group. I'll probably do another poll and see which ones you want most, because got a couple different options and a couple different things I want to work on for Swollen 7. But, you know, I always want to know what your feedback is. So there's going to be a lot of interaction in the group with what content specifically you want created in terms of, okay, I'm going to be doing these types of videos. What do you guys want to see the most? What do you like the most about this? So there's going to be a lot of polls and a lot of feedback, because I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff. And the content that I'm going to be doing, of course, just for those that maybe aren't members thinking about joining, and those of you that already are members, that all the content I'm going to be doing is literally going to be done in here and or on the porch, whether it's Swolga, whether it's a workout. So everything that I'm doing for the content releases upcoming will be stuff that you can do at home, because obviously I'll be doing them at home, and you'll be able to take it at home or go to your gym if your gym is still open, lucky bastards, or if you have a home gym, or you can use different equipment. So a lot of the stuff that I'll be doing will either be equipment specific. So just a little bit of a heads up, what's going to be coming out will be, of course, dumbbell stuff, dumbbell and bench stuff. That'll be done with, equipment here. There's also, there'll be stuff with the, let me dodge a little bit. So we have, you can't see it all, but I have a bar for bands. There'll also be just regular bar, band exercises. So stuff with the bench, there'd be dumbbell exercises, there'd be band exercises, kettlebell, content. There's stuff with, I have a pair of, I got low powerlets. I have the high dip bars. So there's gonna be a lot of different content for body weight stuff. And yeah, so stay tuned for that. It's gonna be good shit. It's gonna be good shit. All right, fam. Let me see here. Let's see. Water break. Ooh, I forgot. We need a water break. I think we do. I think we do. Water break. Let's do that. We need the water break, and we also need to give away the Swole card. You know, a lot of you have been saying SwoleFam. I just haven't even held up the card, but we got a nice red, white, and blue Swole card. And some of you were saying that, oh, it's, you know, you're going to say, oh, it's St. Patty's Day. And fuck that. USA, baby. USA. 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 Fucking red, white, and blue. All the cards are going to be red, white, and blue. Here we go. Let's do a little water break. Let me get this out here. There you go. There you go. You get that shit. You get it. Water break in 3. Come on, kitty. 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 Get over here. Get over here. Fucking little bitch. Here we go. Water break. I need to see. Nope, not yet. It's not time yet. I don't see enough biceps. Not biceps. I don't see enough eggplants and water droplets in the comments. I'll wait. I'll wait. It's not the right time. It's not the right time. You guys don't really want it bad enough. That's what I realize now. You just don't want it bad enough. It's okay. I get it. You have to want it though, right? You have to go after it. You got to get those eggplants. You got to drop them down. If you're not ready, I get it. I understand. It's all good. It's cool. I'll wait. You know, maybe tomorrow, right? Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. Oh, look at that. Now we got it. Now we got it. Oh, we got it now. There you go, Jessica's. There you go, Jessica, Pedro, Ellen, Jennifer, Nathan, Nana. There you go. There you go. All right. Ooh, Yolanda got a little booty in there. Got some peach. Very good. Very good. Mimble Wimble. Everyone's coming out of the fucking woodwork. Everyone just like, you know, I'm watching. I'm going to watch and comment. I'm just going to hang out. And all of a sudden, water break comes along. And everyone just like stands up like, yeah, fuck yeah, water break. Yeah. Everyone just fucking busting nuts on their keyboard. All of a sudden, now it's time. Now it's time. All right, fam. Here we go. Water break. You ready? Get your water. Annika Skulander. Y'all, if your name is Erika Skulander, Annika Skulander, it's time to party. That's a good name, Annika Skulander. Y'all, I met this person, I met this girl. Her name was Annika Schoolander. No one chugged water like her. Y'all, get it? Y'all, y'all. I don't know what that means. All right, here we go. No more talk. More action. Here we go. 3, 2, schwam. Dance time. Whoa, hey. Awkward. Just awkward, just me dancing. Let's go. Come on. Oh. Yeah, I went a little bit overkill on that one. I changed my angle. I went right-handed, and I was like, just like, guzzling. I almost threw up in the middle of that. I got another burp coming. Don't worry. I know you're all waiting for it. Still didn't get it. When you have a water break, and you burp afterwards. I mean, you all know I'm talking about. You're here every day. When you have a water break and you burp after, but you don't get under it, like you got a little bit. It's so unsatisfying because it's right here, and I can feel it, but I can't access it. It's like off limits. My body's like, no. I feel like my body is like some really snobby French person. Like, no, you don't get it. No, we're not gonna let you burp. Not today. Hey, Papa, swallow, not today, eh? I'm like, come on. All right. That was fucking intense. All right, here we go. Everyone's at, yeah. You know what? Here's the thing about the Daily Swole is now that you're in close proximity to a lot of people, they're gonna be watching you watch the Swole, and they're gonna be like, "What the fuck are you watching? Is that weird bearded dude that you watch every day? Who the fuck are you looking at over there? What are you watching?" Because all of a sudden they saw you. I'm waiting for one of you to be at like a Starbucks, right? Ready for this? I'm waiting for one of you to tag me in your Instagram story. You're going to be at a Starbucks and you're going to be like recording someone, and someone's going to be at a Starbucks watching the Daily Swole, and they're going to be like drinking water, like pinching their nips and going, and you're just going to catch them from the corner, and they're just going to be in the corner of a Starbucks, like dancing and pinching their nips. And you'll know that they're watching the Daily Swole. You know. The BF thinks you're bloody hilarious. That's it. Boyfriend approved. Thank you, Ellen. Thank you. Oh, here we go. Wait, hold on a second. No, it's coming. Nailed it. For 3. Oh. Oh, let's see. My brother loves when I listen to you on the loudspeaker. He's like, fuck yeah, that dude's legit. Well, I let it all hang out. Oh, yeah. See, I like it. I'm starting to get a feel for all the other people that watch. It's like secondhand Swole. That's really what it is. You're watching it, but then it's like secondhand Swole. I'm trying to think of all the fans and the entire audience that I have that never actually listen to my podcast, that just hear it as like leftover. They hear it as a byproduct from one of you watching or listening to it. Like, are you watching to that? I'm like, yeah, water break. Ooh. Bruce, I get the, oh, him again. Yeah, you do. Oh, yeah, you do. Mm-hmm. Ellen, he is being forced to work from home and refuses to wear headphones for this. Jessica, the only man who can tell me to get off my ass, and I actually do it. There you go. Good for you, Jessica. Now cook me some bacon. Make me a sandwich. No, I'm kidding. I'm gluten free. It's okay. I don't need a sandwich. But that bacon though. That bacon though. That bacon though. That bacon though. And I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. That's something that's something that's not even sexist. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care what relationship you're in. Whoever you're with should make you bacon. Like, I don't know, this goes both ways. Ladies, your man should make you bacon because that man should be making bacon for the both of you. And that's what I mean. Like, when I say make me bacon, it means you're going to have some too. Like, this goes both ways. It's a no-brainer. It's a fucking no-brainer. Like, you fucking get it. You fucking do it. You fucking do it. Fucking do it, you baby. Let's say, Catherine Faye, my hubby likes you because you turned me into Tim Allen and you kept me working out. What was he goes, or however Tim Allen did. Yeah, the OG. You know, I started doing like the gorilla grunting, and then like I remembered all those episodes of Home Improvement. And then someone was like, "Oh, you're doing the Tim Allen grunt." I'm like, "Oh my God, that's right." Totally did that shit first. God, that was a great show. That was classic. Classic. My hubby says your boyfriend's on again. My husband thinks you're weird because you talk about putting nuts on chins. That's true. That's true. That's very true. I do. Everyone should make bacon. Exactly. Grass-fed steak, bacon, avocado sandwiches coming up. That's what I like to hear. There you go. Got my order from Butcher Box today. Can't wait to try my bacon. Enjoy. Enjoy, even though I didn't send it to you. Enjoy your food. All right, let's do a little bit of a swole card because I got shit to do. I got bacon to eat too. I got stuff to do. I mean, we all have stuff to do, but we'll be going earlier tomorrow. We'll do long podcasts like we always do, but it'll be fun. Need some more DWG. Well, I mean, driving while gaining, I guess I could go out in my car and just drive and rage, but it's not the same. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We get plenty of nuts on chin in the meantime. I did do a DWG about the coronavirus and obesity. I just never finished editing it. Things came up, so maybe we'll start doing a throwback. Maybe we'll get to it. But anyway, we got a lot of stuff coming up. We probably got a lot of time to do shit, so you never know. I have no problem driving and raging. We'll see what happens. SwoleFam, here we go. Let's get a little disco music going, and I will pick someone to send this to. And when I say I'll pick this one to send this to, we'll see how long they're sending shit and when my fucking envelopes come in so I can actually send these fucking things out. Because I got new envelopes. I want to wait because I don't want to use the old ones. I want to use the new ones because you're going to fucking love it. So hashtag SwoleFam for this Swole card 1411. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Let's pick a winner of the Swole card. Oh, we got your winner. Swole card. Looking for a winner of the Swole card. Who's going to win? No. Lauren didn't text it. No. Sorry. Phil. Nope, not you. Will. Oh my God. We're scrolling. Hey, get your Swole card here. Going once, going twice, going thrice. And nothing yet. All right, we're going to go round 2. Oof. We're going to go round 2. Here we go. Round 2, Swole card. Hashtag SwoleFam. Hashtag SwoleFam. Carmen to the main stage. Carmen to the main stage. SwoleFam. Scrolling. No dirty dicks. That's not it. And stopping. 2 rounds. This is getting heated. I wonder if I should start writing 3 rounds, 2 rounds, and round 3. Round 3 coming up in 3, 2, 1. Scrolling, going back down south, going back down the list. Hashtag SwoleFam. Hashtag SwoleFam. No one cares. Hashtag SwoleFam. Hashtag SwoleFam. 3 rounds, my goodness. All right, here we go. Round number 4. Dance time. Everyone wants a Swole card. Who wants a Swole card? You want a Swole card. I know you do. I fucking know you do. Who am I going to land on? Please, I want to give this shit away. I'm hungry. Someone, please. Oh, come on. What's wrong with you people? Did no one? I guess I need to talk about it more during the podcast now. I saw a lot of you mention it. I saw a lot of hashtag SwoleFams. Why the fuck am I not landing on it? Round 5. Here we go. Round 5. Who's going to win a Swole card? No one wants it. Everyone wants it. You want it. You just don't know you want it. But someone's going to win it. Thank you. Fucking Christ. Diana, thank you. Diana Russell, congratulations. I feel like you might have won one recently, but hey, you can win more than one, which is great. Thank you so much for playing. Congratulations. Oh, God damn it. Christ. Oh my God, I had to almost go fucking, I almost had to do it myself. I almost won the goddamn Swole card. What the fuck happened there? I scrolled. Scrolling. Oh my God. So congratulations, Diana. Everyone say congratulations, Diana. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com with the hashtag SwoleFam, the hashtag SwoleCard1411, and then your mailing address in the comments. We'll get that over to you soon. So thank you so much for playing. Thank you so much. And if you're complaining, you didn't win.
Come on, stop whining.
Stop whining. Don't boo. Be nice. Everyone say congratulations. Very good. Thank you. Oh, fuck you too. Come on. There's a virus going around. This is serious times. This is serious shit. Be nice.
Yow.
Be nice. Well, thank you, everyone. Congratulations to everyone that's playing. And I'm excited for some of the things that we're going to be starting to do. So stay tuned because, I'll leave that to be a surprise. We have a lot of time to be together and you have a lot of content to consume that I'm going to create and a lot of stuff to do. So there's going to be a lot more stuff coming and I'll save that for another day because it seems like you're going to need some positive, happy things on a daily basis, which is why you come and make some sick fucking gains. If you're not yet part of the Swole fam, please go to SwoleNormousX.com and jump on the Swole at Home special. Make sure that you go and check it out. And you get access to everything in the Swole fam. You get access to all the good shit, all the new releases, all the stuff you could do at home. SwoleNormous X, the great thing about SwoleNormous X and what we've been talking about is that nothing fucking changes. Really, nothing changes for us from a SwoleNormous X standpoint. We still have the community. We still have the fam. We're still doing the same shit that we're always doing. But what's really important is that we are understanding that we have to be adaptable. And the beautiful thing about SwoleNormous X in itself is that it's designed for this. It's designed to be done at home. It's designed to be done anywhere and everywhere. So you have that at your disposal. Share that with people. Introduce people to yoga. Share them you can still add someone to your membership. That's all in the announcement section in SwoleNormous in the private Facebook group if you're looking to add someone to your membership. But we'll talk more about that, about spreading the love and sharing this with those that are around you. So I'll be talking about that with some of you in Swole Text and also in the group. So as the next couple days settle and people start getting organized, because if you're trapped inside right now, it's about getting food. It's about, okay, what am I doing? What's my immediate situation? But after a day or two or a couple days or a week, everyone's going to be like, okay, how can I get back to my normal routine as soon as fucking possible? And that's what it's all about. It's about making sure that you are adaptable and doing what you need to do for your health and for those around you. So we'll get into it more tomorrow. As always, thank you so much for joining me for episode 1411 of the Most Muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gaincast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast. In the realm, because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. See you tomorrow for 1412. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose, yeah, boy, Papa Swolio. Oh.